is Monday, July 7th, and we are going into our first full week of July. We are coming off of a long weekend, and one of my readers that has my full has finished, has sent me like initial feedback, which is incredible. Also, the query intensive starts today, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited for that. One of my other readers has started, so I'm gonna check in on her progress and just kind of like see where the feedback falls. Like, my first reader said that it would probably be an easy lift, just some character work, which I knew I wanted to do anyway. And she wanted to think through my epigraphs that I was going to use, because I was going to use horror movie rules. But she was like, that's been done. Like, let's just think about it, make sure like we find something that really, really works. And I trust her. So we're gonna brainstorm that a little bit more. What else? Oh, this weekend, I read from the TBR that was in my last chatty video. I read Feeders, which was the one about the main character following this weird like social media platform called Monolife, and she wanted to be an influencer, and it wanted her like to get followers. She had to do some like depraved things, and that was good. I probably stayed up until 2 a.m. reading it, and that's not me. Like, I'm in bed by 8, like I'm asleep by 9:30, like at the latest. Stayed up all night reading that, and it was about 100 pages too long, which is fine. We just had like a lot of false endings, so I feel like the book was so good, and I think the premise really carried it. So you know how I like showed you like 10 different books, and I was like, these are the books I'm gonna read for July, and this is why. Well, then I ordered 2 more, and I ended up reading, and I'm sorry I don't have the physical book with me because it's in the bedroom and I don't want to wake up my husband, but I ended up reading Mayfly, and I had seen some controversial things about this. People liked it, they didn't like it. It was just kind of all over the place. I almost DNF'd this book around chapter 14. And chapters are super short, like a page or two. It had, in my opinion, when I got to 14, I was like, this is having some identity issues. Like, it doesn't really know what it is. But I pushed through, and it ended up being a very gory, like, You season 2 type book, which I actually really enjoyed. I get now why this was nominated for a Bram Stoker. I get it. I think I like it. I'm still thinking about it. Like, I had to sleep on it, but I think I ended up liking this. There are some things where I'm like, why did this happen? Or like, I'm not quite sure what happened in certain places, but it's very American Psycho. It's very You season 2. And I also ordered this book. My friend and I were looking at how to position my book in the trenches, right? Because a lot of horror writers are white men. It's hard to find a debut that really matches what I'm doing. A lot of women tend to, and I don't want to generalize it quite like this, but a lot of the debuts that I've found from women are more of a gothic take right now, and that's just not what I'm writing at the moment. So I found this, which is also a Bram Stoker, and it's by Jenny Kiefer, This Wretched Valley. Basically about a hiking group, which is something I've got in my book. And it's basically about a hiking trip gone wrong. And I think there's some like sentience with the mountain, which is fun. So I'm gonna read this. I think it might be a comp, which I'm excited about. So yeah, just like really excited. But anyway, enough about what I read. What do I need to do this week in this vlog? This week, I am starting on revisions. Like I said, one reader has finished, one reader is about halfway through, and the other one I'm hoping to catch up with today because she's been out of town. I pulled out my planner. My anniversary is Saturday, so that'll be fun. I need to start revisions. I'm gonna have a call with my first reader. She's already given me some initial feedback, but she wanted to like noodle on some more things and like some examples and really some places that I can dig deeper. But the main thing was that I needed to do a little bit more telling so that things are pretty straightforward for the reader. And I've not been told that before, but I trust her. I trust her a lot. So just some telling, some character work, some like clarification things. She doesn't think that the revision is going to be a very heavy lift at all, something that I can easily get done in a month. So let's take a look at where my second reader got to. Okay, I sat with it. I'm feeling defensive. Not because it doesn't need work. I know that it does. But I think that some of the comments have made me immediately think like, oh, you just don't get what I'm doing. But that's the point. She doesn't. And so that means I have to fix it. So I think right now my brain is struggling because it's like, well, I need to write a first new chapter. Like, I should do that first because then I can follow the tone and follow, like, what I just don't. But that's not a good use of my time. I think right now I need to go through just chapter by chapter, fixing the easy stuff. When I can, I'll just brainstorm with her, like on a call for my first chapter. It's funny because I originally had like a first chapter like that I just took away and made my second chapter the first in the book. And it was them arriving at a different hotel, basically being told like, sorry, no vacancy, try somewhere else. So I've got a noodle on that and like which one would be best, or if none of them would be best and I have to go back to brainstorming. So that's where I'm right now. Let's go ahead and just set up for me to start going through these chapters. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Word or Docs on one side and then Scrivener on the other, and I'll just make my changes in Scrivener. I hate going back and forth because then I lose which one's the original. So I think I'm just going to do all of it in Scrivener. Yeah. Good morning. It is Tuesday, July 8th. I tried braiding my hair last night after a shower and it's still wet. And then the top of it is so flat, which is fine because I work from home. It's not a big deal, but I really thought it would be more fun. I've already done one sprint and I'm feeling really good. I'm about halfway through chapter 2 with the edits that I have, and then this morning realized that, oh, my third reader is actually commenting now, so I have to go back and make sure that I'm still like clarifying all the things, which is not a big deal. So one of the things that I've learned with vlogging at 5 a.m. is that I routinely forget to push record, and I will say my whole thing, look down to push like stop, and it hasn't been recording the whole time. So let's do this again, shall we? It is about 5:30 on Wednesday, July 9th, and I have a lot to do today, and luckily no work meetings. Still a lot of work, but no actual meetings, so I'll be able to like be in the zone all day, which is super helpful. So one of the first things that happened this week was we got our first email resources drop from Jenny Chappelli with the query intensive, and I wanted to go over my homework with you because I haven't started it. I want to start it. I think I'm going to do it this morning, so I'm just going to read over that. So due at the end of the day, Saturday, the first thing is a successful query letter analysis. So we have to choose a query letter, whether from social media or the resources that she provided in the materials folder that she sent out. And using what we discussed this week in the video, we are supposed to study the premise, the structure, and the voice to analyze what made this query letter effective, and then paste the text of the query letter along with our analysis. I'm really excited to do that. I love doing query letter analysis, and I think that I'm decently good at it. I'm going to ask one of my CPs for hers. And then the second thing we have to do is query letter template practice. So using the template that she provided, we can rewrite our query letter for our WIP. Now, she wants us to use her template, and we can, just take our wording from our current query letter and make sure to follow the structure. Okay, this one worries me. And not worries me, but like I'm a little bit nervous because my query letter at this point has become a darling. I just love it, and I think it's really good. And I don't think I've ever felt that way about a query letter, really. So I'm interested to see. I think the only thing there are two things that I'm not really sold on for my query letter right now, and that's comps, because I feel like I have comps. I've got great comps. I just don't know if they're exactly what I need. When I was ordering books recently, I ordered The Structured Valley, which I've already talked about in this vlog, as a potential comp. I also ordered Mayfly as a potential comp. That is not a comp. I loved it, but it's not a comp. I missed the end of a sprint because I was recording still. We have a second round of homework due Sunday, and it's to read and respond to at least 2 other queries posted by the class. Keep responsive constructive and focus on clarity and the elements of a successful query. Make sure to point out at least one element that's effective. And then extra credit is to use the template in the materials to write a query letter for the debut novel we selected during our icebreaker. It's going to be a lot of work today, because not only that, but I have to read over a post of how my friend got her book deal so she can post it, feel good about it. And I've got to actually revise myself. I don't know. It's a lot to do. So I guess I'm going to stop here because I'm feeling motivated, but I'm also nervous, I guess. I don't know what the right word is here, but I need to get started. So see you after the first couple of sprints. All right, it's about 6 a.m. I've done one sprint. I'm in the middle of another, and I'm feeling a lot better. I posted my homework for the query intensive, at least my query. I just got over it and did it. Now I'm going to go through some comments for chapter 4 left by my CPs so I can get those revisions done. Am I gonna reach 10 by the end of the week? Probably not, but we're gonna try. Oh, and I also have to write a new first chapter, so I haven't been able to brainstorm that with my CPs yet. But it is what it is, and we're just gonna keep moving forward. Good morning. It is Thursday, July 10th. I slept in until like 6. But my 5 a.m. group is still going, so I'm gonna jump right in and get to work because I have a lot to do, and I don't remember what I said to you yesterday, but I've been going over and over this like semi-edit letter that I had my call for yesterday. I'm feeling motivated, but it's definitely more work than I anticipated in a good way, because I didn't think I think deeply about my novels, but it's so different hearing it from somebody else. And the absolute faith that she had in this, it's kind of humbling. I think that's the best word for it. Anyway, let me jump back into the sprint, and I think I'm just gonna be taking some notes first. Monday, July 14th. Happy Bastille Day. I did not wrap up this vlog at all. So here I am 1 week later to wrap it up. Last week was really great. I got back on my shit. We started our new chapter 1. We are in the revisions. It's gonna be so much stronger, and I'm so thankful for my reader comments. I'm thankful for the edit letter I got from the freelance editor who read it. Like, everything is just gonna wrap up so wonderfully, and I cannot wait to see this book in the trenches. I think it's gonna do really well. I hope it's gonna do really well. This weekend was super busy, which is why I'm still filming my outro. Went over to my grandparents' house, my basement, my new house, really. And gosh, we met with a lawyer. We, got to see the updates. I picked out cabinets. I picked out hardware for the cabinets. We looked at ceiling fans. Like, it was a very, very busy weekend. So I didn't get this done, but that's okay. Because YouTube, for me, it's just about documentation. It's just about having fun and keeping busy and really just keeping myself immersed in the industry. And for me, that's fun. That's all I really need. So, yeah. At this point, I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna go to work because it's 5 a.m. and I need to get in on the sprint. But I hope that you guys are really feeling motivated too, because I know summer can be kind of iffy for people, but come fall, like, we have to hit the ground running. So I hope that you're there with me. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Bye.